Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tabitha and I am the maker and creator behind Safari Stitches. And this week is market prep. Market prep, market prep, market prep. That's it. That's all we're doing. Well, that's a lie. That's not all we're doing. I have a bunch of custom orders that I've got to get out to, but the main focus and the main priority is going to be market prepping. I have a lot to get done. My list has not changed a whole lot from last week. This is still what it looks like. All we crossed off were 2 of the small cow snugglers. That's it. So I have my work cut out for me this week. I am going to focus on the items that I don't currently have in stock. So small anchors are priority, giraffes, possums. I only have 1 possum, and possums are usually my best sellers, so that's definitely on high up on the list. Small sea turtles are one of my best sellers. Pickles I'm not so worried about. I feel like pickles are very hit or miss anyways. And then the small Della ducks. I feel like the small Della ducks will do really well. So those are kind of my priority makes this week. My market isn't until Sunday, so today is Saturday, so we have a week and just a little bit part of today left to work on some stuff. In that time, I also have 6 custom orders to go out on Etsy and 3 large custom items to make for Palm Street to ship out this week too. One of those I did say that I would get it shipped out Monday, so that's going to be a priority. I also have a Loaf cat that needs to ship out Monday, and then I have 3 orders that need to ship out Wednesday, an order that needs to ship out Thursday, and then the rest need to ship out Saturday. And then on top of all of that, we've got market prepping. First things first, though, is I want to get my market tables set up, and I want to just kind of get an idea of how much I have in the way of inventory, and I'm going to leave it set up in the basement all this week, so as I make things I can kind of go down and refine my setup, make sure everything looks good. I've never done this market coming up on Sunday before. I'm really excited to do it, mostly because I have a couple of vendor friends that are doing it and I haven't seen them in a really long time, so I'm just all around excited. It'll be a really great day. Of course, you guys will come with me, but we're going to go and do a mock setup and just kind of see what I've got. I think right now I have about 217 completed items. I hope you guys are ready. Okay. Ignore the minor chaos going on around this, but this is what I'm working with here. And as you can see, I am understocked. The only thing I don't have on the table are my Kindle sleeves. I just didn't want to get them all out. These are overstock leftovers, but we are understocked. This is how I usually set up. So I've got 2 grid walls over here. I usually put crates on both tables and then a couple of different displays. And then I have this plant stand in the front that I usually put stuff on. I honestly might leave the plant stand behind and not have it at this upcoming market. The reason being, I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done this week. But I know I have a bunch more. This is all the snugglers I have left after my last market. I've obviously been working on restocking these, so I have a bunch more to get put up here. Anyways, I usually do 3 crates here, 3 crates here, but I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit because this is obviously going to be my focal point. And I have 2 of these guys now. So got my axolotls. I have more than just these for the mini loafs, my chickens, and then in this one, possums obviously need to be restocked. That's my only one. I need to restock chubby birds because that's literally all I have of the chubby birds. And then I have plenty of mushy boys. And then plushies are slim. There's some slim pickings for plushies. I'm very understocked, as you can tell. One of these crates will be for my Kindle sleeves, so I still have giant open spaces. And I'm a little stressed, which is kind of why I was thinking if I left this behind, then obviously we can fill it out with some stuff in there. But this is kind of what I'm working with right now. Not a lot. So all of that to say, I have my work cut out for me this week. Anyways, as I was saying, I have been working pretty tirelessly on custom orders. I've got both of the Palm Street orders are ready to go. They're wrapped. I just need to print out shipping labels for those, and they can go out tomorrow. And then I have been working on Loaf cats. Here's one Loaf cat. Finished. I haven't heard back from that one yet to see if she even likes it, but hopefully she does. And then the second Loaf cat. And I have 2 more that are not quite finished in the other room. Obviously, like you just saw, my booth is looking mildly scarce. Which, I guess worst case scenario, I could bring my apparel. I don't know if you've seen any of my vlogs, but I do have embroidered apparel that say serial crafter on them. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I call myself a serial crafter. So I got somebody to embroider some sweatshirts, and I really like them personally. Unfortunately, I haven't sold any, but that's okay. It is what it is. I think I'm going to quit yapping now, and I'm going to go get back to work. I should be done with these 2 Loaf cats shortly, and I'll jump back on and show you guys those Loaf cats. I'm trying to be really good about actually showing you what I have, like what I'm making as far as custom orders. I know you guys like seeing the custom orders, so I'm trying to be really good about showing that, and I'm trying to show some crocheting, but again, with this being crunch time for me, it's really hard for me to set the camera up while I'm crocheting and then like shift things around. I don't know. So I will do my best this week. It's going to be very, very hectic though. And it's probably going to be a lot of me looking like a homeless person with no bra and like just like me and my yarn goblin nest over there on the couch, you know. Although I have to say, the response I got last week from the Yarn Goblin comment and the like therapy session was so fun. I think somebody said we need to have a yodel call for all the Yarn Goblins. I laughed so hard at that comment. So thank you for giving me a little bit of brightness in this very this very stressful time for me. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos and hanging out with me and experiencing the chaos. I mean, you guys know, if you've been watching for a while, I am very real on here. I try to be myself. I try to portray like not only the good things, but the bad things on this channel, because I do work full time. I'm in a long-term committed relationship. I have 2 dogs. I have a way more house than I really need. I have bills. I have all the things that you could possibly ever need, plus a side hustle of crocheting, which is probably one of the more time-consuming side hustles you could ever have. I'm sure there's others that are more time-consuming, but I feel like crocheting is very time-consuming as a side hustle, and doing markets on top of that, and pattern writing and pattern testing and just like all the things. But you're never going to see me come on here and be like, oh my God, everything's great. Like, this is perfect. My life is so awesome. Like, I'm making so much money. I'm never going to do that on here unless it's true. I mean, if it was true, I mean, sure. But I'm not the kind of person. I mean, I'm on here right now with this, whatever this is on top of my head, saying I'm stressed, I'm anxious about this market, I feel very underprepared, I feel very overwhelmed, and I'm also trying to make an effort to take care of myself at the same time. I think that's one of the things that really takes a backseat when things get really stressful and busy is our mental health, our physical health, and taking care of ourselves really just kind of falls on the back burner. And I'm really trying hard not to do that. So I took a break for a couple of hours and we went out to lunch, and that was really nice to have a little bit of a break from all the chaotic crafting over here. So just a reminder for everybody as we get into the summer market season, take care of yourself. If you have a stressful event coming up, or you feel overwhelmed, underprepared, or any of the things that I just described in the last couple of minutes, please make sure you're taking some time for yourself. Drink some water, go for a walk, get up off the couch, stretch a little bit, go read a book, or go watch an episode of your favorite. I mean, most of us, I feel like, are probably watching TV anyways while we crochet, but you get what I mean. Just like make sure you're doing things that you enjoy that aren't just crocheting. I have a really hard time separating that because I love crocheting, and that's kind of like my anti-anxiety medication for me is crocheting. So it's really hard for me to separate mentally from crocheting for my business and crocheting for me. So anyways, I'm going to stop yapping now because I really do actually need to get back to work. I'm going to go get some water, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. Loaf cats are done. Boom. And so it was a Siamese with like a chocolatey color and then just a gray. And then this person requested an X marks the spot on both of them. So that's my third and fourth loaf cat of today. We're cranking it. I'm going to take a break from loaf cats for a little bit though, and I'm working on possums next. I'm just going to make the 10 that I need and get those done and out of the way. And then I'll probably work on more loaf cats. Say good morning. Rosie. Say good morning. We can all see the tail going. What you doing? Huh? Rosie and I say good morning. Happy Monday. Wow, that was really close to my face. Let me get you popped back in here really quick. I have a very brief update, and the reason it's going to be brief is because I somehow managed to injure my lower back at some point, and I'm having some muscle spasms today, and they're quite painful. So I may have to cut this short, but I wanted to give you guys an update. I did do some work last night, and I got 7 possum bodies done. I actually did 2 of them this morning, so technically I only got 5 possum bodies done, but now I have 7 total. I also started on my next custom loaf cat. It's actually a tortoiseshell, which usually has orange mixed in, but this cat has some really like defined splotching throughout. So I want to make sure I get that. So I'm actually going to hand embroider the details on this cat. That's my update. And we're just going to start back up again. Yeah, that's my update. Hello, my friends. Peep. Alyssa with Awestruck Crochet. I just wanted to jump on to give you guys an update. I did get all 9 of the possums finished. Did this blue speckled yarn. I have a dark purple. I have this purple and blue mix. This yarn, I believe, is called Cloud 9. It's one of my favorite. I love this colorway so much. It's so cute. I don't know what it is. It's one of my favorites. And then I have this green variegated one. This was left over after I made a plant, I think. It's actually I think it's the string of pearls, the plant that I made. I used this yarn and this was left over. And then I have this one. I don't know the colorway of this one. And I am currently working on one in this color. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turtles. I don't have any in stock at all. I think I had 5 on my list, but I just kind of went through, this bin and found all of the remnants that were big enough to make a shell from. Anyways, that's my current update. I would really like to get all of these turtles done tonight. I don't know if that's realistic because that's 24 fins, 6 heads, and then finishing the body. Yeah, that would be a lot. That might not be possible. But it's only 4:30, so you never know. I think that's going to be my plan, is to go and get as many of these turtles done as I possibly can. It is a free pattern by the Friendly Red Fox. It's on her blog. It's super quick and it's really, really easy and it's no-sew. So if that doesn't tell you, I'll link it below so you can make some if you want to as well. But it's a great pattern. I will say, yeah. That's it. I think I'm going to go grab some water and I'm going to go and get comfy on the couch for like half an hour or so and then work on some turtles. Good morning. Happy Thursday. You guys get me all day today and all day tomorrow. I'm excited. We're going to be super productive. Sorry, I realized my mic was way down here. Super productive and we're ready to go. It is grind time. I have 3 days until my market. I am trying so hard to manage the custom orders and just really make sure I'm staying on time with the custom orders and even get a little bit ahead, because next week obviously is going to be another grind week for market prepping after my market on Sunday. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on where I'm at. So this is the next custom loaf cat that I'm shipping out. I just got a message back from my customer saying that he's good with it. So I'm going to get it packaged up here in a little bit. My packing corner has a little bit of extra stuff in it right now because I'm trying to like stay on top of everything else right now. So this is going to get packaged up. I will be going to the post office later this afternoon to drop it off. But this is done. Thank goodness. That one needed to ship out today. So I'm really cutting it close. Thank goodness he liked it. I do have 2 more loaf cats that need to ship out Saturday, and then one that needs to ship out on Monday. I'm probably going to save those for tomorrow because I would like to really grind some market prepping today and get a bunch of stuff done. I have been trying to strategize how I can maximize my time and get the most done for Sunday. So with that said, now that I've got that loaf cat finished, I still have these mini turtles to finish. I got this really delicious strawberry matcha mix. Oh my gosh, I've been drinking the crap out of some hot strawberry matchas. So good. But I've been working on fins, and as I finish the fins for each shell, I'm just kind of sticking it inside so I can keep track. I still have a long ways to go, and then I also still have to make the heads and then obviously put them all together and like work the body and put them all together. And it's a no-sew pattern, so I'm hoping it'll go fairly quickly. But this is going to be the next thing that I work on, is getting these shells, the fins done next. That is where I'm at. That's my update. I just wanted to show you the custom loaf cat before I forgot, because as we all know, I'm liable to pack things up and ship them. I realized I never showed you guys the custom whale I made, the turtle, the loaf cat, like that bundle. You can see it over on my Instagram. I posted a little video of it, but it was a baby Della duck, a custom whale, a turtle, and a mini loaf that got shipped out, and I forgot to share it with everybody. So it's only 8:45 in the morning. So we're looking pretty good on time. And I'll touch base with you guys when I get all of these fins finished, and we'll go from there. Hi. It's 11:30 on the dot. Bang smack. I finished the fins. I did deviate from the green, mostly because this shell, it wasn't vibing with the green. Too many shades of green. So I opted to not use this. Looking at it now, for the third time, because I looked at it twice and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I was like, no, it's not going to be fine. And then I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I decided to go with the tan instead. But now, I bet it would have been really pretty. Too late. And it's kind of the oddball because it's the only turtle that has the light brown body. So there's that. Anyways, I have started to work on the heads. So I got the brown one done, and I'm working on, the first of 5 of the green, and I'm using just regular old 12 millimeter safety eyes. They're just the solid black. Okay, it's now 1 o'clock, and I just finished the first little turtle. I put the fins on facing the wrong way. But you know what? He's the oddball anyways, because he's the only turtle with the baby sand body. So I'm okay with it. It's fine. And honestly, it's not really that noticeable. It's fine. It's fine. So now I have 5 more. I am kind of glad that I went with the tan body on this one, because I do feel like the green would have just been a lot with the greens in the yarn that I used for his shell. I have to say, I love the yarn that I used for the shell. It's from Hobby Lobby though. I've just had it forever. I need to find something. If anybody has a source for some really great variegated yarns that is not Burnap Blanket. I love Burnap Blanket. Don't get me wrong. It's my yarn of choice. It's pretty much what I use. I am starting to move more towards Premier Basics Chenille as well. but they don't have that many variegated or multicolored yarns. And what they do have is a very specific color palette. I'm hoping that they did well with that so that they can come out with more variations of that yarn. But if anybody else has any, the other one, Elise Voluto, I think Stacy over at Stacy Makes, she used Elise Voluto when she was pattern testing my rhino for me, and I really liked the look of the yarn itself, and it came out a really nice size. And I think in one of her videos she mentioned that it's kind of in between Premier and Bernat blanket, so it's like in the middle, so it would still come out with like a decent sized plushie. I mean, her rhino came out huge. I think she's the cover photo on my tester appreciation. I think that's hers, over on my Instagram. It came out really big, so I do want to try to use that yarn. I'm just looking for other yarns to try out. I'm really loving using Premier Basics. It's really, really soft and I like it, but since I don't have my, I guess, collection of yarn built, I mean, you can see it's growing. Let me spin without knocking. I think, yeah, that entire, there's 6 cubes right here. It's all full of Bernat Basics chenille. And I have a whole other box out here that I don't have space to put away yet. And I've ordered more. So I have no self-control, but I'm really trying to add some variety. That's my update. It's already 1:15. I did pause to have a little bit of a little lunch, and refill. Wow, that was cute. That was really cute. Refill my water. That's where I'm at. Okay, bye. All right, it is now 4:15 in the afternoon. I did the post office and I came home and I have been working on, turn my chair. That was the chair, I promise. I'm stuck underneath my desk. I wanted to come on and give you an update because I have been home crocheting and I got, this one is so cute. And then I also got this, I don't know the name of this color, but I got this blue one done as well. And I'm currently working on the mint one. I have 2 more. I still have the purple and then the blue speckle one to finish. It's almost 4:30. I will get these turtles finished. They're taking me about half an hour to finish the body and putting everything together. So I probably have another hour's worth here that I need to get done of the turtles, and then I'm going to reevaluate and probably pick out some color for Anchor the Octopus. I think that's everything I have to update you. I need to get going so that I can really hit this hard. We have 2 days left, you guys. 2 days. And then it's market day. We can do this. Okay. I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Wow. I can't believe it's already Friday. I feel like this week has gone by so quickly. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to come on and give you an update. I did do a little bit of work on one of the anchors that I want to get done. I got, I think, 4 of the underside of the tentacles finished last night, so I didn't get very far, unfortunately. So I do not think 2 of those is in the cards for me because I do want to try and make a couple of giraffes for Sunday. Sorry, I'm getting all mixed up. I am pausing on the market prepping though because I do have 2 loaf cats that need to go out tomorrow. So I'm going to get those 2 finished right now. The first one is I guess like a grayish brown and white tabby, and I'm just going to make it out of this. They're both fairly straightforward cats, especially if for the second one I decided to use this yarn as well. And that actually might bust through some of this yarn because I am trying to stash bust a little bit and use what I have. as I grow my Premier Basics chenille collection. So I think at some point in the future, probably in between my next two markets, we're going to do some stash bus challenges for both the patterns that I have that I've never made, because I have a lot of them. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. And then also my yarn wall, because you can't see it from here, but my yarn wall is just chock full. I am going to get these two loaf cats done. I do have one more loaf cat order that needs to go out on Monday. It's for a jumbo. I would like to get that done today, but I think I'm going to do the two that have to go out tomorrow, send those to my customer, get the okay, get them packaged and ready for tomorrow. And then I'm going to work on getting the anchor finished, because I can always work on the jumbo one tomorrow if I need to. Like if I just need a break from market prepping, I can work on the jumbo. I have plenty of time. I just know I'm not going to be able to do it on Sunday because of the market. I am going to get started on these loaf cats. I'm going to start with the white and gray one first, because I think that one's going to take me the longest, and then hopefully I can swing. I do think I'm going to use this for the second one because it looks like it doesn't have defined stripes either. So I think I'm just going to use this for both of them since they look the same or similar. One just doesn't have the white. So that is the plan for this morning. It's 7:30. And hopefully we can get a lot done. And then after I finish these two guys, I am going to get the anchor finished. I think I'm only going to do the one. We're going to get to work. Okay? Yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to get so much done today. It's going to be incredible. Manifestation. Okay, I only have 4 minutes left on my SIM card, which is crazy because I feel like I haven't filmed that much, but clearly I have, which worries me that I have so much content to edit tomorrow, but that's fine. It is almost 9 o'clock, so it's been, what, an hour and a half? And I've gotten as far as I can on the loaf cats. I think I know what color the eyes are on both cats, but I'm confirming it because I have learned my lesson thrice now that I need to double check if I'm not 100% certain. But I'm pretty sure this one has green eyes and this one has gold eyes. I did go with the speckled yarn and I've left them attached, and I just did a center pull for the second one because I didn't want to like clip it and have to reattach, obviously. So that's kind of my update. It is only 9 o'clock. So I'm thinking I am going to move on to Anchor now and set this aside while I wait for my customer to respond. If I don't hear by like later this afternoon, probably like dinner time-ish, I'm just going to go ahead with the colors that I assumed they were and just hope for the best because it obviously needs to ship tomorrow. So I feel good though. That shouldn't take me more than like half an hour to finish both of these. So they are virtually finished, which is great. So now we are moving on to market prepping for the rest of the day. Thank goodness it's only 9 o'clock. I'm catching up on my YouTube. I'm now only 3 weeks behind. So yay me. That's my update. I need to find another empty SIM card and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, new SIM card has been secured, so we are back. I just wanted to show you, because I haven't shown you the color scheme that I decided for the first one, and I'm kind of obsessed with it, I can't lie. It's giving ocean beach vibes. I have been sitting on this blue yarn for so long, and I haven't known what to do with it. And I saw it on my shelf because I have like 3 shelves of blue blanket yarn, just all blues, different shades of blues, variegated blues, all sorts of stuff. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, that's an Anger the Octopus. So this is what we're doing. I've got 4 of the underside of the tentacles done, so I'm about to sit down and get to work on the rest of these. And I'm hoping to get a bunch of this done before lunch today. We'll see how far I get. It's 9:04, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so I finished the underside of the tentacles with all the sucker sucker bobble stitches, and I just started working with the top color. I am absolutely in love with this color combo. I am so excited to get this finished. I finished 1 tentacle completely, so I have 7 more to go. It's 9:52. I have decided I'm going to work until lunch, and then instead of doing some of the background admin work tomorrow, I'm actually going to do it today. So I'm going to grab my computer and go sit at a coffee shop and have a coffee, have a little sandwich, and then I have a little side quest to go on today that I would like to do. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. It's supposed to start storming/raining at about 3, so I'd like to go and come back before then. So I'm thinking if I left around 11:30, went out, sat at the coffee shop for like an hour. Well, I might do the shopping first and then go sit at the coffee shop for like an hour or so. I think I can get everything that I need to get done, because I'm thinking I can make the QR code. I can get all of my patterns uploaded to my website, which is something that I've been putting off. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I just need to bite the bullet and just go ahead and do it. And then I can create the QR code that links to that page on my website. And then, of course, the prices will be a little bit cheaper. So if you've been eyeballing any of my patterns recently, they're a little bit cheaper compared to Etsy, because obviously I'm not paying the fees. I pay the monthly fee, and I pay like a small transaction fee on Shopify when people buy, but nowhere close nowhere close to Etsy. So you guys are going to reap the rewards of that, obviously. So if you've been eyeballing my pattern, particularly my Round the Rhino pattern, that will be up there for slightly cheaper. Not a ton cheaper, just because I do still have to cover like overhead costs and stuff of the website, but you get the idea. It'll be a little bit more of a deal. Which brings me to what else I really wanted to get on here and say. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the outpouring of support that I had for this Rhino pattern. This was the most successful pattern that I've had so far. I have sold 15 copies since I put it live, which I know some people may not think that's a lot, but that is more patterns sold than all of my other patterns combined. Every time somebody orders a copy of my Rhino pattern, I do a little, So if you have purchased my pattern, or obviously my testers, like you guys all have my pattern too. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I've seen a couple of posts over on Instagram of people making my Rhino, and it makes me so happy to just see them. So if you have bought my pattern and you do end up making, because I know I'm guilty of buying patterns and never making it. So if you do end up making a Rhino, please, please, please tag me on Instagram, because I literally get a rush of serotonin every single time I see somebody post one of my patterns. The other day, somebody posted a reel of my No-Sew Bee pattern, which is a free pattern I have here on YouTube, and it's also posted to my Instagram. That somebody posted a reel of it and tagged me, and that was the first time anybody had tagged me that had made the bee pattern, and it was so exciting. It made me so happy. It just brings me so much joy to see people enjoying the things that I create. It's just it's a motivation. I don't want to say an ego boost, because I don't really have an ego, but it does kind of push the imposter syndrome down a little bit in my head, because sometimes, like, when I'm making these patterns, I'm like, who am I to say, like, why am I writing this pattern? Like, nobody, like, it's overdone. There's plenty. The Rhino, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of patterns out there for a Rhino in the first place. So I feel like that's kind of something I had going for that one. But like my other pattern, like my first ever pattern was a turtle, and it's just like turtles are overdone. There's so many turtles out there, like especially basic sea turtles. Mine was a fidget shell sea turtle, so it was a little bit different, but like, I don't know. It's just such a boost to my motivation and my, I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of. Like it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So I just want to say thank you guys so, so much. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's been really exciting. I'm excited to keep designing things. I have so many ideas in the back of my head. And I guess I could say my hippo pattern is probably going to be the next pattern that I do. But I want to get through these next two markets before, because I feel like this last round with the Rhino, my pattern testers were fantastic. They kind of plowed on without me really interacting, because I've been so scatterbrained over the last few weeks. But I felt like I didn't really give myself and give my pattern testers and my pattern the time that it really needed before it got released, and I don't want to do that again. I want to make sure that I have dedicated time to the pattern, and especially during the pattern testing, because if something comes up and pattern testers need help clarifying something straight away, I want to make sure that I'm available to clarify and edit the pattern as they're working. And I just wasn't able to do that with the Rhino. So, my pattern testers were fantastic. They kind of just went for it and made an assumption that was correct and just plowed through, and it turned out really, really great. And I love this pattern so much. But obviously I don't want to, fall short. I don't want to say it fell short, but you get what I mean. I just want to make sure that I can give the next pattern tester call the attention that it deserves. So I am thinking a goal for that pattern. So I obviously have I have this market coming up on Sunday, which is the 27th, and then I have a market on May 3rd. I'm thinking May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I'm thinking that is going to be my target date for my next tester call for the hippo pattern. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to run over there and give me a follow. That's where I do all of my pattern testing. We set up a group chat. We all get to know each other. So it's a great way to network and meet new people if you've never worked with them before. I personally love pattern testing for that reason. I love finding new accounts to follow that I may not have come across previously. So it's just kind of a really fun way to get to know some other creators. And I've met some really fantastic people. You guys know who you are through my personal pattern testing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm so grateful sitting here knowing that there's 15 copies of my pattern out there that were actually purchased for real money. So I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me. It's really fun and exciting, and I really can't wait. So I'm going to do the hippo, and then I have gotten several requests for the axolotl. So that's probably going to be the next one. I have 2 custom orders for the axolotl that I made in a previous video. So I'm going to finalize that version of the pattern while I make those 2 custom orders. And then from there, I'm going to create 2 other versions. So it's going to be a 3-in-1 pattern. So there will be quite a few pattern testers for that one. I don't have a target date for that one because it's probably going to take me some time to get that one done. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. I'm trying to think if there was a couple of other things. So we finally broke 900 followers over on Instagram. When we hit the 1,000 mark, I will be doing a little giveaway over there. So another incentive to go give me a follow. You can enter to win that giveaway. Again, I don't have a target date where I think I'm at 900 and I'm at 922. Okay, that was a little bit higher than I thought. So what is that, 78 followers away from 1,000. I have officially decided on a goal for YouTube for this year. I think 2025 is the year of the 5. So I'm aiming for 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if we hit that, I have something really exciting that I'm kind of cooking up in my brain, and I'm getting some ideas pulled together. So yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button because we're at over 1,200, I think, now. I think 5,000 is probably a push, but I think it might be possible. We'll see. We will see. But if we hit 5,000 by the end of the year, we will have a really fun giveaway that I'm really excited about. And it'll be for both makers and customers, so you don't have to crochet to win the giveaway. I'll have options for both, and I'm really excited about it. So I think that's everything that I have to update now. I just need to give my hand a break, and I need to go fill up my water bottle. I don't know where I put my water, though. I did fill it up at one point, but I've set it down somewhere. But it's now 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to leave at about 11:30 to go get some lunch and a coffee and work on my website, patterns, and then the 2 signs that I want to have made for tomorrow or Sunday. I keep saying tomorrow because usually I have markets on a Saturday, and this time I don't. And then I'm going to come back here and we're just going to keep going. Today is market prepping. I'm just going to need a mental break from the crocheting portion to get ready for Sunday. So that's my update, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, it is 11:08, and I am starting to get a little bit hungry, so I am about to wrap it up and take my little side quest off shopping a little bit and then get some admin stuff done. But I wanted to show you, I've got 6 of them completely done. They're taking me, the back, like the colored part is taking me about 15-ish minutes per tentacle. So it's actually not too bad. It's gone by pretty quickly. But I have 6 finished. I am living for this color combination. I love it so much. I did not think I thought I was going to have quite a lot left over of this so I can make a hippo out of it, but it looks like I'm going to use the majority of this yarn. So I am not going to have enough left over to make my hippo like I wanted to, but that's okay. I am going to get online and try to find this yarn for a reasonable price that's not $18 or whatever, not retail basically. I think their skeins are like 14, I think. I don't know. I've never paid, I've only paid retail, like I can count on one hand the number of times I've paid retail, and that was only because I had poor planning and had to panic buy a skein of yarn. That's usually when it happens, is when I've run out. I underestimated how much yarn I needed and it's no longer on sale. It's the only time I've ever paid full price. So I don't know what the retail price is of these skeins of yarn. But I do have 2 left. I was going to try to push through and get them both done, but I am starting to feel hungry, and I tend to get hangry, and my motivation goes, like, it plummets when I get really, really hungry. So I want to make sure I'm taking care of myself. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go and do my little side quest, and I will touch base with you guys when I get home. Okay. I am back from my little adventure, my side quest. I was gone for a little bit longer than I thought I was going to. It's almost 4 o'clock. I think I left at 11:30. So I've been gone a while, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's fine. I feel like I just needed the mental break, and it was just kind of nice to get out. I went and had lunch and a coffee at Starbucks and just kind of got a little bit of work done. Anyways, that's the quick update. I wanted to show you guys, so I did go to Anthropologie. That was my side quest for today. I don't know if anybody else has seen these cups on social media anywhere, but they're the Icon Juice Cups. And when I tell you that I'm obsessed with these things, I can't even begin to describe. I wanted to buy them all, but they're expensive. They're $16 a piece. But my fiance and I have recently gotten into, particularly me, I've recently really gotten into making margaritas at home. It's just something that I'm having a lot of fun with, trying different like flavors and stuff. And one of the things that I have noticed is that a lot of margarita glasses are made with really thin, and it just like, it makes me nervous to drink out of them, but very thin glass. And we've already had one casualty with these glasses because they're so thin. Like if you bump them, it just shattered everywhere. So I was like, I need to find some more. Like, I know you can get like the really substantial, tall stemmed margarita glasses, but I don't want those. Those are not my vibe at all. So I saw somebody post these from Anthropologie, and I was like, these would be the perfect margarita glasses. So I know this is totally unrelated to crochet. So if you want to skip through this part, like skip ahead like 5 minutes or so, because I am about to rant and rave about these glasses. I've got 4 different ones, but this is the first one and has avocados on it. I love it so much, but it's got like a white rim around the top. Literally love these so much, but they're $16 a piece. So they are on the more expensive side, but I got the avocado. Look at this one. It's got a croissant on it. You guys, please. I just love it so much. Okay, this one is so fitting. Like the first 2 were just kind of like, these are really cute, but not margarita related. Look at this. It's got chili peppers on it. One of my favorites is jalapeno margarita. I love a jalapeno margarita. And look how cute this is. I'm literally so obsessed with these things. And then again, another very like margarita-esque. It's just like a little, I'm guessing, I guess it's a lime slice. But obviously for margaritas, I had to. So there's all 4 of them. And I love them so much. I'm so excited. I was so happy. I was worried that because I've seen them all over social media that they would be kind of hard to find, but they had a ton of them. So my new glasses, I'm excited. Anyways, the bottom is about to fall out of the sky. It was thundering when I got home, and I barely beat the rain. I think it's pretty much started to rain now. But we have a lot of work still to get done. I am going to still focus on getting some market prepping done. My first priority is obviously getting Mr. Anchor finished. I have 2 more legs to get done, and then we're going to move on to the, like, putting them together, the head, and then I don't know what that's called, the bulb. I don't really know, but you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to work on that now and hopefully get it wrapped up. And then I will touch base with you guys in a little bit. Hello. All right. It's been half an hour and I got both of those tentacles done. So they are actually only taking me about 15 minutes a piece, but they're done. The vibes are vibing. I am obsessed with this colorway. I am mildly concerned about the level of yarn I have right now. We're playing a little bit of yarn chicken, I fear. Hopefully it'll be fine. I don't remember how much. I don't think I used more than 1 skein of the main color the last time I made this. But we'll see. I could be wrong, but very much so obsessed with this color combo. I love it a lot. It's definitely giving beach ocean vibes, but it is now almost 4:30. So I am going to move on to making the head and getting all these tentacles put together. And then I still have to make the bottom piece of the body. Oopsies, I'm throwing things now. And then obviously the back of the head. I still don't know what it's called. I don't know if she has it in her. No, she just calls it the head. So yeah, I am fixing to move on to the body. Cross your fingers that I have enough yarn to finish this, because if I don't have enough yarn to finish this, I will be absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. I don't know what I'll do. Okay, this is actually a vibe. I love him so much. Anyways, this is where I'm going to leave you guys for this week's vlog. I know it's only Friday. I usually film through Saturday, but this week is a little bit crazy because my market is on Sunday, so I need tomorrow to edit this video and get ready for my market on Sunday. And then of course there will be a market vlog, so don't worry. I also, hint, hint. Actually, it's not really a hint, hint. I'm about to tell you. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a bonus video come out since I missed a week. I have a little bit of extra footage that I haven't really gotten into any of these vlogs. So I think I might have a little bit of a bonus. I think it's going to be part 1 of my office makeover, which is incomplete currently, but I have a fun project that I want to add to my wall up here, and I want to vlog it because it's really fun and exciting. This is just kind of like a look ahead as far as my posting schedule. Still weekly, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Obviously today's video is the words. Hello. I am honestly losing my mind this week. Obviously, today's video is the lead up to my market. So, insane week. I hope you enjoyed. Then the next video will obviously be the market recap for Sunday, which please cross your fingers for me. I really need a good market. I need a little bit of a pep in my step, because if you watched my pulse check on my business after quarter 1, we're behind. quite behind. So I need to catch up a little bit. I think the back-to-back markets are definitely going to help me catch up, but it's a little stressful. So y'all send good vibes. And then I'm going to sneak in the little bonus video either sometime this upcoming week or the following week after my market video. Y'all let me know how you prefer your market recaps to be. I think the last one I did, I also did not go through my inventory before the market. We just went through sales, but I didn't even tell you the items that didn't sell on that one. So this time it'll be like a full-blown list of like, this is what I took, this is how many sold, and the price that they sold for. So I think that's kind of the approach that I'm going with for right now. So let me know what you guys think. I just think I can do that unedited. So I can just kind of blow through it, upload it, and it'll go a little bit quicker for me so I can get ahead on some of my filming and stuff. So I'm really hoping that that will work. But of course, I'm always open to suggestions. So if there's something that another creator does in their market recap videos that you really like to see, or like a statistic that I don't include, anything of that nature, please make sure you let me know when you watch those videos. I'm always looking for honest feedback, kind, honest feedback. Like, don't come on here blasting because you'll, get out. But I'm always open to suggestions. So if there's any content that you guys would like to see, especially because right now I'm a little bit slower on the markets until we get to I think October is when my season starts to really pick up, because fall is really like the vibe for crochet. So I'm always open to suggestions on what you guys would like to see. Again, thank you guys so much for coming along with me this week. I felt like I didn't have a whole lot of footage, but I filled up an entire SIM card. So clearly I had a lot to say this week, a lot to film. We got quite a lot done. Thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart for all of the love and support that you guys have given my Rowan the my Rowan the Rhino. I almost did it again. Rowan the what in the world? Rowan the Rhino pattern. I appreciate it so incredibly much. It gives me a little thrill every single time that pattern sells. So again, if you haven't grabbed yourself a copy, it is over on my Etsy. Anyways, I am going to sign off here. I am tired. It is almost 6 o'clock. I need to start cooking some dinner and winding down for the evening. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please, please, please hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I will catch you guys in the market recap. Bye, y'all.